Today I'm going to show you how I drew this realistic gown step by step. I'm using Prismacolor Premier colored pencils and Strathmore toned gray paper. Let's get into it. So I'm starting off with a mid-tone, specifically Chestnut, and I'm just outlining the outline of the dress and the belt, and I'm going into the folds. I'm just outlining where everything's gonna be, not getting into the details right now because once I get to the details, I don't want to have to figure out where everything is. I just want to know right where it is. Also going in with a lighter colored pencil, I'm again just kind of outlining where the little dress details are. So as you can see, I'm basically just adding midtones to the folds. So now that I have placed the folds where they go, I'm focusing on each fold, and I go with the mid-tone first, and then I use a darker color to outline the shadow, and then I finish up with a lighter color for highlights. And here we're continuing to outline the folds, adding a little depth. It doesn't really matter the order, just it took a lot of time to get the folds because there's a lot of details. So that's basically what I'm doing. If I'm jumping around, it's just because I'm trying to kind of measure out where everything is, make sure that I have enough room for everything. So my method for this dress, for the folds, was to start with a base color of Mahogany red. And then after I laid down the base color, I go back in with a brighter color. For example, this one that I'm using is Process Red, but I'm constantly going back and forth between several colored pencils just to build up my desired intensity of the colors. And I will put in the description below a full list of all of the colors I used in case you're curious. And I personally prefer working on my drawings in sections, so that's why sometimes you see me working in one little area and I finish it before I move on to the next. It just helps me stay organized. In fact, this drawing is actually a lot less organized than I usually do. As you can see, I'm sometimes jumping around, but it just takes some time to build up the color intensity since there's so much color to put down, and that's totally okay. And for the last part of the fabric, I put in highlights, and this color that I'm using is blush pink, but you could really do it with anything. I also use white. Now that I've laid down a lot of the fabric, I like to go back in with a light color over that just to mark where the little sequins and designs are. And then later we're gonna go back with a white gel pen. I'm continuing to color in the fabric on the rest of the dress. And if you noticed, I started at the leftmost part of the dress to work my way to the right, and that's just so I don't drag my hand across the color that I've already laid down. So I'm right-handed, and that's why I go left to right. But if you're left-handed, you might want to go right to left. I'm repeating my method of how we first started, which was starting with laying down where the folds are, and then I go back in and put down my mid-tone as the base color, and then I'm going to go back and add more depth once I lay down where each fold is, just to have an idea of where everything is. We made it to my favorite part, using a white gel pen. I absolutely love using this pen to create bright highlights and sparkly jewelry. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm laying over just very light dots over where I already marked the designs. And it's totally okay if it doesn't look like the reference. It's kind of fun just to stray a little bit. Like at this point, I wasn't too careful to make it look exactly like the reference, just because I would drive myself crazy. So yeah, just have fun with it, and it's really all about the process and enjoying it. And that's it. Now I'm removing the washi tape that kept the edges clean, and we're all finished. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be making a lot more videos like this and tutorials, so I will see you on the next one.